Well, good morning, folks. Welcome to Canberra, the Reserve Bank of Australia. I thought I'd just point that one out to you, right near the Canberra Law Courts. That's where we are right now. We're having a little bit of show of support for Paul Offey, the Freedom Truck driver. If you're in Canberra, come see us. We'd love to see you this morning. We'll be here for about half an hour, 45 minutes, and then we're heading off to the Governor-General's for the 3rd anniversary of the Canberra Standers, doing what they can to get the Governor-General to do the right thing. And so far, successive Governor-Generals have failed. But we keep trying to bring them into alignment, and can't thank the crew, the Canberra Standers, who have done 3 years of exceptional work. And here's a bunch of them out the front of the law courts right now. Now, the reason that we're here, Paul Offey was meant to be in a trial from February the 3rd, but it has been pushed a bit. What we want, though, is for the prosecutors to know that Paul isn't by himself. And as you can see here, we've got some pretty good sort of signs. Good morning, folks. And this is exactly what's happening to Paul. And I particularly like that one. The prosecutors must know, we know it's a malicious prosecution on just about every level. So thank you guys for coming out this morning. Oh, look, we couldn't bring the man himself, but we got his likeness. Thank you so much. So that's it. We'll see you here, if you can meet us here at the, well, there you go. The AFP stole this truck. It doesn't look that good anymore. No. It's still sitting in an AFP impound yard.
3 years with a broken window, and they want him not to claim damages.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're trying to manipulate him into not being able to claim damages for what they've done to him. And they're doing that, as they do, by manipulating the legal system. The lawyers here, in that building, right there, that is the DPP building, right? That is where all the prosecutors live. And particularly Rory and Co at Coulter. Don't we love you, you asset thieving bastards. They are using the laws to steal your assets, to stop you being able to protect yourself. That's what's happened with Paul Offey, and we have the evidence to prove it. We are looking forward to this Supreme Court trial like you would not believe. The DPP are going to get their asses handed to them, and Coulter as well, with a bit of luck. We need to expose the illegalities of what this combined two-pronged attack on Paul has been, and we need to point out to the people, and hopefully to the judiciary, just how unlawful they've acted, how maliciously they have acted, and to use the COCA laws, which is the confiscation laws against organised crime. So they're saying words like Paul Offey is a organised crime figure. That's how they've basically stolen his truck. Made him prove where he got it from. He's done all that. Made him prove that he owns it, and they still won't give it back. This is a 3 times brain-injured young man who was only trying to give himself a future in a truck which had a couple of movie roles and as a limousine driver doing special rides. That's all this kid wanted to do. He wasn't part of anything to do with the Aussie Cossack that day, although the Aussie Cossack does feature prominently in our videos. However, Paul was misled in various different ways, including by the AFP, and we have that as well. There is nothing that is going to help the DPP. They are already begging to change this and get it taken back out of the Supreme Court. They'll drop all sorts of charges to get it back to the Magistrates Court. And where I am personally in favour of taking this, as long as Paul can plead not guilty in the Magistrates Court and demand a jury trial, like all Magistrates Courts should have. But oh no, the DPP wouldn't like that, because this gets in front of a jury. There is no way in hell the DPP are going to win. Nobody, after viewing the evidence that we can provide, will believe anything the DPP has to say. So this little show of force today is just to say, hey, we're here, We know what you're doing to Paul. We know how long you've been doing it to Paul, and it's going to end. If the DPP were half smart, they would drop all the charges immediately and make a genuine settlement offer. But they have destroyed this young man, they've destroyed his livelihood, they've destroyed his future. All because of the greed of Coulter. And the trumped up charges, the malicious prosecutions that Paul has been subjected to. So we will keep doing this right up until we do get a court date. And when we do get a new court date, all of you can come and join us. We would like to see more than a few hundred here to help support Paul when he goes through this trial and tribulation. We'll let you know when that will be. As you found out last week with the talk with Michael, it's going to be put off a little bit, probably until June, because of some health issues with certain people and in the defence team, and of course the prosecution are madly trying to work their way out of this. So we'll give them a little bit more time, but really the only way they're going to get out of this is to drop all the charges and make a fair settlement offer for the damages that they've done to Paul's vehicle and the losses that he's incurred. Will they do that? Not on your Nelly. So we look forward to going to the courts and proving them wrong. And if you can, please support online or be here in person, even better. I know there's a lot of people coming for the 3rd anniversary today. That's what I like to see, a prosecutor wandering across here. And I want to say, I know that prosecutor. I won't put the camera on him just now because prosecutors can be funny about things like that. But he's certainly taking a great deal of interest in us. And that's what we want. That's what we want. We just want them to know they are being watched at all times. And we aren't going to let them railroad a young man who spent his life savings putting together a truck that he brought to Canberra and drove, or was trying to drive, to the area police had directed him to. Bearing in mind it was the first time he'd ever been in Canberra. He was driving his vehicle, 10-tonne, at below walking pace, first gear low. In a truck is very slow. Walking pace is 3 times as fast as he was going. And yet, we have these convoluted, malicious charges against him, which the DPP have no hope of proving. And we look forward to the battle.